Hi everyone! I'm here today to talk to you about my everyday skincare routine. Now this video has been requested by a lot of viewers, but to be honest, I have been a little hesitant in making it. Not because I don't want to share my skin secrets with you guys, but it's more because I don't really have any. And that's due to me having eczema and not being able to use a lot of skincare products. So before I go on, I just want to let everyone know that this is going to be a very simple video using basic products. So you're not really going to see any fancy skincare products. I definitely don't consider myself a skincare expert. But if you are interested in getting to know my own personal skincare routine, then keep watching. So let me start off by saying that my own skin is very far from perfect. I have extremely dry skin and I've suffered from eczema for all my life. So if you're not too familiar with the condition, eczema is a form of dermatitis which involves skin dryness and skin rashes. So when I do get eczema, I get really red and puffy patches on my cheeks here, and also like really dry and flaky skin, mainly on my forehead and under my eyes, and really is not very nice to look at. And apart from that, it also is really uncomfortable and painful as well. Actually, when I was in year 10 in high school, I suffered from this very sudden and very bad flare-up of eczema. Definitely the worst I've ever had. So my face was red, puffy and very dry for many months, and I had no idea what brought it on. I have to say that period of my high school life was very difficult for me looking back on it now. I just remember feeling self-conscious all the time, even though no one really teased me about it. My confidence was just really low and I didn't like people looking at me. So finally I got an appointment with my dermatologist and he prescribed me with a very strong steroid cream to put on my face, and it finally cleared it up. And obviously I still get flare-ups now, and I sometimes still need to get prescription steroid creams or pills to help suppress the symptoms, but they're not good to use for the long term because they can really thin out the skin. But unfortunately, eczema is not something that can be cured, it can only be controlled. And on top of that, in Melbourne, Australia, where I live, a lot of people suffer from hay fever in the springtime, and sadly I am one of those people. So hay fever is a type of allergy, and I always get skin flare-ups during hay fever season, and I actually got it quite badly this year. So you'll notice in some of my past videos that my skin is really red and puffy, and that's from hay fever. So for those who suffer from eczema like me, remember it's very important to try and work out what triggers your flare-ups. So for me, apart from hay fever, my other triggers include wind, heaters and air cons, stress, and also animals. And because of all this, my skin is extremely sensitive, so I can't use a lot of skincare products like other people, and even products which claim that they're suitable and safe for dry and sensitive skin, they've caused me really bad reactions, so that's why I'm really apprehensive in trying new products. And way too many times have I bought a new product to try thinking it's finally going to work for my skin, and I end up getting a really bad reaction, which means I have to stop using the product and also go see the doctors, which ends up being a huge waste of money. So eczema sufferers must remember to avoid products with soap and fragrances, which is why most of my products are very basic, but they work for me, which is the most important thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys my daily skincare routine starting from when I get up in the morning. So in the morning, after I brush my teeth and everything, I just go ahead and wash my face thoroughly with some warm water and then pat it dry using a clean towel. Now you don't want to use water which is too hot because that's going to be really harsh on the face and it can cause dry skin and even lead to broken capillaries. So now I'm just going to go and apply some moisturizer to my face and my neck. So the one that I use is called Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. It looks like this inside, so it's got quite a thick consistency and it's one of the only moisturizers which my skin doesn't react to. So this moisturizer is especially made for dry and sensitive skin, and it doesn't contain any lanolin, paraben or fragrances, and it doesn't block your pores. And I'll just show you on the back of my hand. It absorbs really quickly and it doesn't have like a greasy feeling. And the best thing about it is it keeps my face moisturized for an entire day. Also, if the sun is out and you're planning to go outdoors, then don't forget to apply a layer of sunscreen over your moisturizer as well, because it's so important to protect our skin from the sun's rays, to prevent premature wrinkles, sunspots, and most importantly, skin cancer. But I know a lot of people don't like using sunscreen on their face because the formula tends to be quite greasy. It can also smell a little funny and also leave like a white film on your face. But the good thing is there's more and more sunscreens in the market now which are specially formulated for the face. And my absolute favorite sunscreen is this one by Ego Sunsets called Daily Face, and it has SPF 30 plus, and it also has UVA and UVB protection, which is really important because you do need to be protected from both types of sun rays. And the SPF on the sunscreen stands for sun protection factor. So the higher the SPF, the more protection the sunscreen offers. And in terms of like what the number actually means, it's a little bit complicated to explain, but basically it indicates how long the sunscreen can protect you from getting burnt. But it varies between individuals depending on your skin type and how long it takes your skin to burn in the sun. So for example, just say your skin takes 10 minutes to burn, multiply 10 by the SPF, so in this case it's 30, so 10 by 30 is 300. So with this sunscreen on, it's going to take your skin 300 minutes to burn, which means you should reapply every 5 hours. So exactly how you work out how long it takes for your skin to burn in the sun, I have no idea other than like sitting outside and timing how long it takes for your skin to burn, which is definitely not a good idea. A good benchmark is just look at the color of your skin. So obviously someone with fair skin is going to burn in a shorter amount of time compared to someone with tan skin. So they'll need to reapply their sunscreen more often. So that's my explanation of SPF. Hopefully it makes sense. But anyway, just back to this sunscreen here. So it has an oil-free cream base and it comes with an invisible tint finish. So I'll just show you on the back of my hand. It comes out in this orangey sort of color, but once you rub it in, the color disappears and it leaves you with a nice matte finish. And now I'm just going to go ahead with my usual makeup routine and I'm going to be right back. Now I don't do too much to my skin during the day, but I always make sure I have a tube of my Cetaphil moisturizing cream in my bag. And that's because if I go outdoors on a dry and windy day, or if I stay indoors and the aircon or the heater has been left on for too long, I start getting really dry and flaky patches on my face. So what I do is just take a small amount of the moisturizer and just dab it on the dry spot. And another important factor to healthy skin is to keep hydrated throughout the day by drinking lots of water. But I know myself, like most other people out there, find it really difficult to drink enough water every day. So what I do is I try to remind myself by keeping a drink bottle with me wherever I go. So I like to remove all my makeup as soon as I get home, but unfortunately that's not till very late on most nights. But no matter how late it is or how tired I am, I will always remove all of my makeup before going to bed. And I highly recommend everyone to have this habit as well. And that's because your skin needs to breathe without makeup. And if you go to bed with your makeup on, it's just going to clog your pores and irritate your skin. So I begin by removing my eye makeup with an eye makeup remover, and I use the Delicate Eye Makeup Remover from Garnier's Clean Sensitive range, and it contains soothing plant extract and vitamin B5, and it's suitable for people who wear contact lenses and those with sensitive eyes. So this product doesn't contain colorings, perfume or alcohol, which is once again very important for those with sensitive skin. And all I do is pour a bit onto a clean cotton pad and I just gently rub it over my eye area, which has eye makeup, and also over my lashes to remove mascara. But just to let everyone know that this particular eye makeup remover doesn't remove waterproof mascara. There is a 2-in-1 waterproof eye makeup remover also from Garnier's Clean Sensitive range, which contains 30% oil and 70% water. But I did get a skin reaction when I tried it, and I think that might be because of the oil in the product, so just to be aware of that. And after that, I go on to remove the rest of the makeup from my face. And for this, I use my Velvety Soft Cleansing Wipes, also from Garnier's Clean Sensitive range. And just like my eye makeup remover, these also contain soothing plant extract and vitamin B5 and contain no perfume, alcohol or colorings. And I have to say that these are my absolute favorite makeup remover wipes because they're really thick and frothy. I'll just show you guys one, but I'm not too sure if it's going to show up on the camera. But if you can see, it's sort of got all these little bubbles on the surface of the wipes, and that's because they're infused with cleansing lotions. So at the same time you're removing your makeup, you're also cleansing your face while you're using these. Now after this step, most people will go on to use a cleanser to further remove makeup, dirt and oil from the face, and then follow that up with a toner to shrink the skin's pores. But unfortunately, I can't use either of those products because I haven't yet found a cleanser or a toner which my skin doesn't react to. And even the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser has not worked for my skin. But as I mentioned before, because my Garnier makeup wipes already have cleansing lotion in it, I think that is probably enough to make my skin feel refreshed and clean. And on most days, I would just go on to wash my face, but about once a week, I exfoliate my skin to remove dead skin cells. And I think it's important for those with dry skin to do this because we would have more dead skin cells than most people, but do be careful not to overdo it. So I personally use Natural Instincts Natural Facial Scrub, which contains bergamot and mandarin essential oils, so it smells great. And the beads in this scrub are actually not very big, so it's not too harsh for sensitive skin. Still, I prefer to gently pat it on my face instead of rubbing or scrubbing. And now make sure you thoroughly wash off all of the facial scrub with some warm water and then rinse the face and pat it dry with a clean towel. And once again, usually at this stage, I'll just put on some of my Cetaphil moisturizing cream like I do in the morning. But only recently, about twice a week, I started using rosehip oil as a serum on my face. And this was introduced to me by a fellow Aussie beauty guru by the name of Miss Tango2. And I'll put her link in the description for you guys so you can check her out. So rosehip oil is an extremely multi-purpose product and it has so many good benefits for the skin. For example, it's known to improve the appearance of scars and wrinkles. It evens out your skin tone, it softens and smoothens your skin as well as keeping it moisturized. And the one that I use is Trilogy Certified Organic Rosehip Oil, and all you need is about 2 or 3 drops on the palm of your hand and just carefully work that into your face and into your neck. And even though it is an oil, it actually absorbs into the skin very quickly and doesn't leave your face feeling greasy. And after the rosehip oil is fully absorbed into your skin, I like to also apply another layer of my Cetaphil moisturizing cream on top, because I find that just rosehip oil alone is not enough to keep my face moisturized for the whole night. And remember, you can also apply eye cream before applying the moisturizer, but I once again don't, because I have not yet found an eye cream which works for me. So now I'm pretty much done with my skincare routine. I just like to pop on some moisturizing lip balm before going to bed, and I like to use a thick formula like my Blistex lip conditioner so that it stays on my lips for the whole night. So now I'm all ready for bed, and remember to get plenty of beauty sleep, at least 8 hours a night, to prevent puffy eyes, dark circles and dull skin. And lastly, to everyone out there who is suffering from eczema, do know that I understand how it feels and how crappy it can make you feel sometimes. I get so many messages from girls telling me how their skin problems brings down their self-esteem, and I really want them to all know that beauty really is skin deep, as cheesy as that may sound, and people who really matter will look past what your skin looks like and see you and love you for who you really are. And at the end of the day, remember to know what your eczema triggers are and to avoid them, and also remember, keep your skincare routine nice and simple. So feel free to ask me any questions you might have, or to share your own skincare routine with me either in the comments below or on my Facebook page, because I love to hear from you guys. And just one more thing before I forget, recently I started a Twitter account as another way to interact with you guys and keep you updated. So if you want to follow me, it's at twitter.com/MissPixieLulu. So I hope this video has been helpful, especially for those with eczema and dry or sensitive skin, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!